What's up guys, Mickle here, and we have some very important things to go over in this video. Is Ripple planning on leaving the US? The former CEO of Coinbase just put out a very interesting tweet where he said he believes Ripple is planning on leaving the US when the SEC beats Ripple in this case. In this video, I want to break down exactly what I think about that, and I'll give you guys a quick hint. I think this guy is completely wrong and is out of his mind. Make sure you guys stick around for that. I also have another critical example to show you of how out of line the SEC really is with this current Ripple SEC case. It's not only the fact that the SEC has delivered almost no evidence to the court that XRP could be a security of Ripple, but many experts in the industry point out that the SEC doesn't even have the jurisdiction to be going after Ripple in this case. In this video, I want to show you something that John Deaton brought to my attention that I believe is critical to be paying attention to right now. You guys are definitely going to want to see that. Last of all, we see the pressure ramping up against the SEC. Just today, Grayscale actually launched a lawsuit against the SEC for the SEC once again denying their spot Bitcoin ETF. In this video, I want to talk about exactly what I think this is going to do for the Ripple case, because I actually think it's going to have some very serious implications that I do not see a lot of people talking about. Like always, if you are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It goes such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link in the description below. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So very quickly, before we jump into it, if you want some free stocks, you can sign up with MOO-MOO right now using the link in my bio. If you deposit $1, they will give you 6 free stocks, and each one could be worth up to $1,000. So make sure you check that out if you want some free stocks. So I wanted to start the video off with this because it could not come at a better time as Ethereum once again does another delay for their big migration to proof of stake. Just today, David Schwartz tweeted out, excited to announced the release of Clio 1, which significantly improves the scalability of access to the XRPL data. It doesn't matter how quickly and cheaply the ledger can reach finality if you can't support massive numbers of queries from wallets, exchanges, and explorers. So this seems like a pretty massive upgrade to me, because I remember a couple months ago with all the new tokens showing up on the XRP ledger, the XRP ledger slowed down a little bit, and I remember a lot of the developers saying that it's not actually an issue with the XRP ledger itself, it more has to do with the nodes and the nodes all getting clogged up trying to access the different data from the XRP ledger. This looks like it was a direct fix to that issue, which is very exciting because once again we see that the XRPL developers and Ripple roll changes out to the XRP ledger in a very quick and efficient manner. This is something I love to see because it's something that all other networks that I pay attention to usually have a very difficult time doing. Just take a look at Ethereum. They've been trying to migrate to proof of stake forever now, and it seems like every single time they try to do it, there's a new issue. On the other hand though, whenever we see a major upgrade coming to the XRPL, it seems to almost always go flawlessly, and if it doesn't, it's fixed very quickly. It makes me so much more confident investing in something like XRP because it seems like the technology is just always getting better. It makes me so confident that even when better technology comes around in the future, the XRPL will have no problem scaling and really just scale to where it needs to be technologically. We know that XRP is never going to be the fastest blockchain. It's never going to have the most capabilities out of every blockchain in the world. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be the most technologically advanced blockchain to achieve its goal. Payments are a very simple thing, and XRP does that better than anyone with a proven history and a proven track record. Banks and the biggest corporations in the entire world are not going to adopt some solution that came around yesterday and offers really great technology. They would rather take really good technology that works 100% of the time, and that's the most important thing. XRP is always up and running, it always works, and with that, it also has top 5% technology. XRP really is in the sweet spot for having very advanced technology, but also having very reliable and proven out technology. It's not like they can just put in all these massive upgrades every single day, because eventually they're going to break something, and that's the last thing they want to do. What makes me confident, though, is the fact that if something does need to get done, the XRP developers and Ripple have a proven track record of implementing these changes fast and efficiently, and that makes me think XRP is going to have some serious longevity into the future. Let's keep moving, though, and I put a video out on the Grayscale lawsuit against the SEC earlier today. Make sure you check that out. It was just a casual video, me talking about what I think, and I really talked about whether or not I think Grayscale is actually going to win this case. But more importantly, I just want to quickly address what I think it means for the current Ripple SEC case. And I think Ashley Prosper put it so well on Twitter. She says, with the SEC lawyers leaving and Congress breathing down their necks, the SEC is going to have a hard time facing Library, Ripple, Grayscale, Coinbase, Elon Musk, Empower, etc. Perhaps the SEC Gov should consider settling a case or two with a winky face. And I really do think she is spot on, even though she's just messing around here. The fact of the matter is the SEC is not that big, and they don't even have that big of a crypto unit. By Grayscale taking on the SEC, and Grayscale is a behemoth, the SEC might have just taken on more than they can chew. The big problem with the SEC right now is they have a bunch of ongoing cases that are not looking good for them, including the Ripple case. And now the SEC just got faced with another huge case in Grayscale, and Grayscale is coming after them. The SEC is very quickly going to end up in a position where they cannot take on any more cases, and that is going to be a huge issue if there's a case with, I don't know, an actual bad actor. The SEC, to this point, literally just goes after the good guys. It makes no sense. But eventually, they might actually have to go after a bad guy. I think that's the only thing we all want. But with the current case against Grayscale, with the current case against Ripple, with upcoming cases against big exchanges, the SEC has bitten off more than they can chew. They can only take on so many people. So if the SEC is looking at the current Ripple case and they are getting smacked down as of now, it really doesn't make any sense for them to push it too much further. If they didn't have much else going on and they could just sit back and drag this thing out, yes, maybe for whatever perverse reason, they could do that. But it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like their resources are really going to start getting strained, and that is definitely a very good sign. I think they're going to be forced to cut some losses, and I think Ripple's going to be high up on that list. So next up, we need to talk about the former CEO of Coinbase saying that he believes Ripple is going to lose to the SEC and leave the US. Well, let me read you what he said and then what Attorney Bill said, and then I'll give you my little spin on it. Tom Lavero, I think that's his name, former CEO of Coinbase, tweeted out, "I have zero real info, but I don't think it looks good for old Ripple if they're already talking about leaving the US." So what he's saying right here is he's saying, if Ripple's talking about leaving the US, oh, maybe they're saying we're about to lose to the SEC, so just get ready when we leave the US. I don't think that's happening at all, but let's listen to what Attorney Bill has to say. With all due respect, this is nonsense. Ripple talked about leaving the US while it was being investigated before the lawsuit even began. Threats to leave the USA are for political audience, wartime propaganda against the SEC. Ripple is putting on staff, Coinbase is putting off staff. So great point by Attorney Bill right here. The former CEO of Coinbase is saying things don't look good for Ripple. Meanwhile, Ripple is adding personnel and Coinbase is cutting personnel. And Not Your Average Joe responded, they just purchased a brand new office in San Francisco. They're not going anywhere. So I think both of these guys were spot on with their response to old Tom Lavero here. I think Tom Lavero was just trying to spread some FUD, or he's criminally behind with what's going on in the current Ripple SEC case. Ripple has been kicking the SEC's butt, and even Brad Garlinghouse has come out multiple times and said that he believes this case is going better than he ever thought it would. These are not the signs of a company that is about to leave the US. They are hiring people like crazy, they are setting up offices in the US, and they are currently kicking the SEC's butt in the current case. I don't know what's up with this guy, I don't know why he feels the need to say things like this, but either way, I don't think there's any merit to it. I think he just wants to talk, spread some FUD, but everything in my eyes makes me think that Ripple is getting ready to fully expand and dominate the US market. Just to make things clear, the only reason why different members of Ripple like Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson come out and say, oh, if we lose, we'll have to leave the US, is to put pressure on the SEC. No one in the government wants Ripple to leave the US. Ripple is literally the blockchain hometown hero and the US's only strategy to letting crypto innovation prosper in the US. Ripple is literally all the US has and the US's best company on the crypto innovation front. They are not going to force this company to leave. And if Gary Gensler does that, he's going to be ousted and considered one of the worst politicians of all time because Ripple will just go become a behemoth elsewhere. It would be like kicking out Amazon in the early days. It makes no sense, and it would be one of the worst political decisions of all time. That is clearly not what's going to happen here. So when Ripple comes out and says, oh, if the SEC beats us, we'll have to leave, they're just exposing the SEC and going out and saying, how stupid is it that the SEC is literally attacking one of the most disruptive, one of the most honest crypto companies and putting us through all this crap? There is no way Ripple actually plans on leaving. The US market is the biggest in the world. This is just political pressure, as Attorney Bill said, and there is no question in my mind that Ripple is not leaving the US. Last of all, I tweeted out today, what a beautiful day for Judge Netburn to rug the SEC, hoping Judge Netburn would finally come down and tell the SEC you can't apply attorney-client privilege to the Bill Hinman Ethereum free pass emails, hand them over to Ripple. We didn't get it. I am praying this thing comes out tomorrow. It seems like most of the lawyers following this case thought this decision would come out last week, so it seems like this week it's really overdue. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. Put a Y for yes if you think we're going to get this ruling tomorrow, or an N for no. I really want to see what you guys are thinking. I don't really know what I think at this point. I am praying it comes down this week. If not, I am going to be watching next week like a hawk. Let's see. This thing is already overdue. I'm going to say I think it is going to happen tomorrow, but I will admit there's a lot of hope involved in this guess. Make sure you guys let me know down in the comments section below. With that said, though, I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you so much for coming. Make sure to like and subscribe. It means so much. And for now, Mickle out.